Yo, what's going on? Your boy Joe Poet JP back in the motherfucking build. Hope everybody's having a great day, having a great Sunday. My boys, listen, we right back into it. Another week, another recap. We talking about basketball. I got a list this time. Let's get this shit going. Make sure y'all leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube shit, and let's get this bitch going. All right, so off top, we're gonna talk about coronavirus. Coronavirus has definitely been the big thing in the news this week as it pertains to the NBA. One of the bigger things in the news. We've actually had a pretty big week of NBA news this week. I'm not gonna lie. I got a pretty long list of things to talk about, so I'm gonna try to touch on each point briefly, and then we'll, keep the shit moving. Some of the stuff we talked about. So yeah, talking about COVID. We talked about a little bit in the last Basketball Weekly. Things were starting to pick up as it pertains to health and safety protocols and players missing games and stuff like that, and teams not having enough players to really be able to fulfill games, because NBA rules says you have to have at least 8 players minimum on the roster to play the game. And I think at the time when the Bulls got their games finally suspended, they had literally 8 players left. Now I'm not sure what prompts them and makes them decide which games are worth suspending or postponing or what, because I feel like just last night Brooklyn played against Orlando, and I feel like they only played like 8 guys. I must say KD was out, James Harden was out. It was Patty Mills, Blake Griffin, and a bunch of nobodies basically. I'm like, let me not violate. I hate the mic, my bad. Let me not violate. My man Cam Thomas was out there balling, so I mean Cam was out there. But besides that, I'm not sure what really prompts them to really decide which games are worth canceling or not. But it's crazy when you see, because as it currently stands, as of the 16th, there were 86 players that were in health and safety protocols at one point or another during the season, and that number kind of like jumped like crazy in the last like 2 weeks, it feels like. Once the Bulls kind of got hit first, and then Charlotte got hit soon after that, or maybe it was reversed. I might even be misremembering it. But once that happened, you started to see just more players more and more players start to pop up. And then once I feel like once it got to a point where I think we were had 20 players that were tested positive, and over the span of a couple of days, and I think teams were mandated to do daily testing, or if not daily testing, maybe it was before games or something like that. They had to change the protocol, and they had to test more frequently, and that just made even more players start coming up. So with that happening, a lot of teams are being ravaged and being forced to sign people and do things they probably wouldn't really want to be doing at the 40 game mark of the season. But with COVID times, things are getting crazy, and it honestly prompted me to ask a question. I'll be on Reddit sometimes, just scrolling, seeing what the fuck people be talking about. People be bullshitting and shit like that. So I'll be on Reddit and shit. So I posed the question, niggas thought I was trolling, but I posed the question. I was like, does the winner of this championship gonna have a asterisk at the end of their championship? Now, me personally, I'm not somebody who really honestly believes in putting asterisks there. I feel like if you won a championship, you did the work, you put all the pieces in, you got all the luck, you got all the right breaks. So I feel like there has never been one season where the conditions were met and that every single team was healthy and no team had to face any type of adversity on their way to a championship. It's just never happened. So each year when you win it, when we hoist a champion, when we have a champion at the end of the season, that person just they got it that year. Like last year with all the shit happening with Milwaukee and Phoenix being able to get basically a handicap walk to the finals. I was never like, oh man, but if this was helping, well, listen, of course, if people were healthy, things would be different. If AD's healthy, maybe the Lakers are able to beat Phoenix in the first round. You know what I'm saying? If Kyrie never gets hurt, let me say this: if Giannis never hurts Kyrie, then maybe we get Brooklyn going to the conference finals. Maybe we get Brooklyn going to the championship, and things get crazy. But we can talk about what ifs all we want. What it comes down to is who ended up winning. In last year, it goes down to Milwaukee, and this year it'll be the exact same thing. The team that comes through and is able to be the healthiest come playoff time and gel the best and play the best basketball, they're gonna win the championship. And hopefully this health and safety protocol shit gets worked out quickly, because nobody likes it when the big star players aren't playing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody watches the games. But you can keep it a being. As much as you love basketball, if you love basketball, you love watching the best players play. So that's what you're really in the game for. So to have all these players not be shelved basically for things that are out of their control, the fact that we're still in a global pandemic 3 years later, it's just things that we really can't really control. So it is what it is. Hopefully things get sorted out quickly and we're able to get back to regular basketball. Let me talk about some of the crazier games that happened this week, because I some of these games were so crazy that I had to actually write down like what happened during them. So let me start off top with the Lakers versus the Mavericks, right? So that game ended on an Austin Reeves game winner, and that game in itself was probably just the most ridiculous, probably like last span of must make shot basketball that I've seen probably this entire season. You know what I'm saying? Coming down the stretch, you got a tie game, you got a close game. Maybe like I think at any point the highest lead that a team had in the last 3 minutes was probably like 3 or 4 points. So you got that, and you just got teams coming do just boom. So LeBron comes down, he hits a three, bang. Then you come down, you got Maxi Kleber, he hits a three. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I think it was Tim Hardaway, he hits a three, bang. Next, you got Russ, he comes down, he shoots a three, air balls, ass. Gets it back, shoots it, bang, ding, back up three. Lakers back up three. Then you got Maxi Kleber shooting some bullshit, some real bullshit. One bullshit shot is good for another bullshit shot. Maxi Kleber off the glass, bang. Now we got another tie game. Now here we are coming down last minute. In my head, I'm like, yo, this crazy shit deserves overtime. All the crazy shit, all the mayhem that happened in the last couple minutes here deserves overtime. You know, but nope, here they come. Get the ball, LeBron, badass shot, ha, bang, no, psych, missed it, gets tapped out. Austin Reed, oh no, I'm misremembering the whole play. Let me replay that. Pretty sure the last play was that Russell Westbrook gets the ball, he drives, boom, kick out, white boy, hillbilly Kobe, pull up, bang, shoots the three, gets fouled, legs, ground, no whistle, bang, game over. Ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't even the craziest game of that night. That night we also had the Thunder and the Pelicans play, and that shit came down to a 3/4 court game winner by Devontae Graham. After Shai hit probably one of the most ridiculous bad shots that he's hit besides the last 24 hours, because he did just hit a game winner yesterday, and he fucked Nick Batum all the way up doing it. I'm just gonna talk about OKC right here, because the thing that honestly prompted me to get up and record right now was the fact that I get a chance to talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder. They haven't even been like a great team this year, but they just been so much fun to watch. They've been so exciting. Like they just been running up and down the court. They got Shai Gilgeous out there going crazy. They got Josh Giddey out there looking like a young Steve Nash out there. Whoop whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? He's so smooth with the ball. He's a really good playmaker. And then they just got athletes all over the place. They got Baisley. They got Trey Mann. They got Kendrick Williams. They got all. Who else? I'm missing somebody else. Shout out to OKC, man. OKC, it might not be bound for any playing spots this year, but they might not even crack more than 30 wins. But the games that they do play this year are exciting. And as long as they keep Shai playing, as long as they keep their core, you know, as long as they are in a position where they're trying to be competitive each and every night, we're gonna get great Oklahoma City basketball. Going forward, this team is gonna be scary. Unfortunately, I don't know how far down the road how far along down the road we're talking, because their players are really young. Their players are like 21, 22. So like they're not even in the area for like, you know, like Trey and Luka and Jason Tatum, who are like, you know, 24, 25 in that range. So these are guys who are to come up a little bit after them. So probably in the next 7, 8, 9 years, we're gonna be looking at a really healthy, really scary Oklahoma City team, and maybe they can spend some of this draft capital, maybe they can spend some of this young talent, and they can make some trades, and they can become relevant even sooner. You know what I'm saying? I think that if we can get a team with Shai Gilgeous, Josh Giddey, a team with Kendrick Williams, a team with Lucius Dort, shout out my boy Dort. You know what I'm saying? Dort out here, Mr. 45% from if we get a nice core with that, and then you get some more superstar pieces with that, man, this team is going to be way more, just even that much more exciting, and can't wait. So listen, shout out Sam Presti, shout out Oklahoma City. Y'all keep doing what y'all do. Let me calm down now. Let me just take a sip of water. You know what I'm saying? My throat getting a little dry. Let's get this Laker news out the way. So this week was another rough week for the Lakers and for Laker fans all around. I really don't make it a point to talk about the Lakers each and every time. Oh, should I even have the windscreen up? Hopefully I didn't sound too spitty and shit before, but we'll see. I'm not re-recording that. Fuck that. But yeah, so yeah, it was another rough week for Lakers fans in Lakerland. They had a couple of they looked like they were in some good position to really make some things happen. Finally, for once in the season, like LeBron was finally playing some games. LeBron had been playing crazy over the last 10 games. Russ had looked like he had finally found a spot on the team where he can be productive. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's out there getting 25-point triple doubles every single night, but he's being productive. He's being helpful to the team. He's not, being a turnover machine. He's not shooting bad shots. He's not being a detriment. You know what I'm saying? So it looked like they were poised in a position to finally, make things happen. They were winners of 3 in a row coming into the week, I believe. And then, boom, Anthony Davis gets hurt in a game against Minnesota. But prior to getting hurt, he was already getting dominated by Karl Anthony Towns. So it was a point where, for the Lakers, even when you feel like they're about to turn a quarter and they're about to make some progress actually towards their main goals for the season, something always takes them back, whether it be a whether it be a suspension, whether it be injury, whether it be health and safety protocols. Something is always, been holding this team back. And I talked about it in the last Basketball Weekly, but it's very reminiscent of the 2013 Lakers, the team that, if you look at it on paper, the team was poised to be a championship contender. But every single time they looked like they were about to make something happen, they would fall apart, or something would just magically come up, and they would just, falter they would falter down the stretch, and they would never really, make it happen. But listen, cool. The good news, I would say, out of Lakerland is the fact that they actually got to sign good old NBA journeyman, NBA hero, Twitter hero Isaiah Thomas this week. So that was cool. He played in the game against Minnesota. He came through, had 19 points. He actually led the team in his first game back. So listen, man, it's always a good moment to see the boy IT back on the court. IT is just, he's just. Honestly, I can't really say much about IT. He's just who he is, man. I would say everybody always says he deserves a spot in the league. I honestly don't know. You know what I'm saying? The fact that I know, he's gonna be a bucket. He's always been a bucket. He's a 5'7", pure scoring point guard. But at 5'7", you're not really playing much defense in a league where you really need to be able to play defense. So I'm not sure if Isaiah Thomas's guy is gonna be a long-term solution for LA. But listen, it's definitely a good feel-good story. Hopefully we can get since we bringing people back into the league, let's get that boy Beasley back into the league. Mike B. Easley, you know what I'm saying? Lance Stevenson back into the league. Who else? Joe Johnson can get a shot back in the league. Listen, man, since we bringing niggas back, and since health and safety protocols are taking such a toll on everybody this year, let's just have us like a throwback NBA season where we bring back all like the old vets. So we bring if you like 45 plus and you ain't played NBA in like 4 seasons, just come back, bro. Fuck it. What you gonna do? We'll give you a 10-day, bro. You can come back. You can, hoop in front of the fans. You know what I'm saying? You could say what's up to your old friends. You know what I'm saying? Not get back into the swim, but you know what I'm saying? Relive your glory days one last time before, teams get healthy, and then the real NBA can, close out the season and go to the playoffs. Adam Silver, I'm really trying to hook y'all niggas up. If you really need it, so with Anthony Davis injured, having a knee injury, how the injury happened was pretty crazy. It looked like LeBron honestly pushed his defender into Anthony Davis's knee. Like it was really bizarre. And AD looked like he was in a lot of pain, and he was rolling around in pain. But if you watch Laker games, that happens honestly once or twice a game. So you're not really sure how injured he really is. And when it happens live, and you come back the next day and you find out that he has a knee contusion, which is like a knee sprain, I guess. So he's expected to be out the next 4 weeks, and that's not good for a team that hasn't been able to find consistency this season. For a team that's floating around the 500 mark, a team that just got honestly embarrassed against Karl Anthony Towns in Minnesota without Anthony Edwards, because he was in health and safety protocols. It just puts you in a bind and has you in a position where you're like, what really are we, like, what can we honestly do? Like, we can't really gauge how good of a team or how bad of a team we are if we're never honestly able to get on the court and play the game together. You know what I'm saying? So they're in a real shaky position with that. Hopefully they're able to just keep LeBron playing at this. LeBron's able to keep playing. He's able to stay on the court. He's able to get into a rhythm. And hopefully, honestly, maybe the best thing for the Lakers right now might be another shutdown. You know what I'm saying? And shut down, and maybe they come back, maybe not go into a bubble, but maybe they come back into a condensed travel scheduled season or something like that. And that would really help, you know what I'm saying? LeBron, of course, being 37 years old this month, and that would help them, you know what I'm saying? They'll give them more time with with a break. So, you know what I'm saying? Get some more continuity and whatnot. So, honestly, if they don't get a break like that, or if they're not able to, you know what I'm saying, piece it together some other way quickly during the season when AD gets back, then I could see the season just going into, you know what I'm saying, misery, and they'll end up just being a 500 team that is at best a playing team. But, you know, I talk about the Lakers every single week, so we're not going to keep doing it. Steph broke Ray Allen's record this week. He talked about this a little bit last week too. And listen, it looked like it was just like a commemorative moment. Like I said, I'm not gonna get too deep into it. I talked to it a little bit last week. It was just a great moment to be. If you're a fan of basketball, it was a great moment to watch live. For him to basically get the record in the Garden. If it wasn't at home, you'd rather have been in a arena like the Garden, like Staples. Hell, maybe even maybe Chicago, maybe even the Boston Garden. Either way, you wanted to be in a nice arena. You don't want to be in Indiana. He had a chance to break the record in Indiana. You didn't want that. You wanted it to be legendary. And of course, Steph went out in a great legendary way, and just very proud of him. And now I'm grateful that he's able to, you know what I'm saying, relish in this moment. And then now he's able to just really focus on a championship and winning for the rest of the season. They got a real chance to do something real special this year. And I think now that Steph doesn't have to worry about 2,974 threes, he can just worry about being the best point guard he can be. Let me just throw some last points here. Damian Lillard dropped a 40-point game against the Hornets this past week. I think it was a couple days ago. They broke their 7-game win streak. Great to see Dame just come out and actually be Damian Lillard again. He hasn't been able to really be himself this year, and it sucks not being able to talk about Dame, because I prefer to talk about Dame and I like where he's, you know, hitting game winners and being great and dunking on people and being Damian Lillard, you know what I'm saying? So for him to be struggling and him to not be able to talk about him in a light that we're usually able to, it's been kind of boring. But, you know, I got faith that Damian Lillard will be Damian Lillard. He's been himself for the last 10 years, so I don't expect him to magically be falling off a cliff where he's averaging like hardly 20 points for going forward. So, you know, he has a down little stretch right now, but I feel like he'll definitely pick it up. LaMelo Ball came back in that same game against where Dame dropped 43. Shout out to LaMelo. You know what I'm saying? LaMelo was out with health and safety protocols for the last week, and hopefully the Hornets can get back healthy, because I like watching the Hornets when they're 100% healthy. I like watching LaMelo. I like watching Miles Bridges. I like Terry Rozier, Kelly Oubre, just that team as a whole. When they're on the court and they're healthy and they're together, they're just a really entertaining team to watch. They were more entertaining. They were entertaining last year, but now they're winning this year. So, you know what I'm saying? It just adds the storylines and it makes shit even that much more exciting. And to cap it off, Bradley Beal dunked on Rudy Gobert in a win against the Jazz this week. And the reason why I put that in is just because it was funny to me, because to hear Anthony Edwards earlier this week or earlier last week to be talking about how, Rudy Gobert don't put no fear in my heart. And you know what I'm saying? And you think, if you look at the evidence, if you look at the proof, that seems like it's a common trend among a whole bunch of NBA players when it comes to Rudy Gobert. Like, they don't look in the paint and be like, oh, this dude is a guy who's gonna shut down everything we're trying to do. They're like, nah, this nigga's kind of pussy. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Rudy Gobert is pussy, but I'm saying I look like niggas in the NBA look at him and they like, oh, okay, this nigga's kind of food. I ain't gonna cap. So I just find it interesting that Bradley Beal here he is dunking on Rudy Gobert. But listen, bro, Rudy Gobert is he's a shot blocker, so you're gonna get dunked on when you block shots. So it really isn't what it is. It probably wasn't even nothing worth mentioning, but I felt like it was entertaining and it made me laugh. So listen, man, let's get up out of here. Listen, man, hope everybody enjoyed this recap for this week. Like I said, I'm not gonna call it Basketball Weekly. I'm not taking that. So if you guys give me a title, I would definitely roll with it, because I don't have nothing right now. I've been just writing Basketball Weekly on top of all these notes and all these lists. So it is what it is. But like I said, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube shit. And I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.